So, if you had told me just a couple years ago, right after Suicide Squad came out, that DC would just completely turn it around and bring out some great comic book movies, I probably would have laughed at you. I just can't laugh anymore. It's amazing. Shazam is amazing. What's up, guys? Welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of Shazam, the newest film from director David F Sandberg. It stars Zachary Levi, Mark Strong, Asher Angel, and Jack Dylan Grazer. So, Shazam is an interesting movie. It's about Billy Batson. He is a kid on the run. He's left a bunch of foster homes. He's trying to find his mother. And one day he gets caught, of course, by the police because that's how these movies play out, with the foster kid and so on and so forth. The kid on the run, the kid homeless, and he gets put into a foster home where he meets a kid named Freddie, who's played by Jack Dylan Grazer. And so they form a relationship. Billy Batson protects Freddie after an incident at the school, and he is chased off into a subway train car, and that's where he meets an older Shazam, a character that is looking for a person with pure of heart, somebody who could carry on the legend of Shazam. And of course, he says the name Shazam. He turns into Zachary Levi, who's actually the Shazam character. And we get our movie of how Shazam has to take on and become that superhero. It's the story of a reluctant person who becomes like the superhero that we need. And this is a movie that is directed by a horror director. So you go into it thinking, oh, this could be interesting, but it could have a lot of issues. It could be a little more darker than it needs to be. But in the age of what DC has been doing throughout the past few years, we needed some levity. We finally got it with Wonder Woman. We finally got it with Aquaman. And so bringing on Zachary Levi, bringing on people like Mark Strong, bringing on Jack Dylan Grazer, who was in It, which is actually has a pretty decent part in that. They brought something interesting to this movie, and that was, of course, levity. This movie wears its heart and humor on its sleeve, and for that, it's extremely funny, it's extremely heartwarming, and it's just an extremely well-made movie. And you gotta give a lot of credit to David F. Sandberg, he just took this movie and ran with it. He created something that's just fun and energetic and just over the top and silly, but also contains a lot of great action moments and a lot of great heart. Once Billy Batson becomes Shazam, you see it in the trailers, but he has the moments where he's testing out his abilities, and that is such good fun. It's such good humor. It warms your heart because this is a kid who's been given these superpowers, and he doesn't know what to do with them because in the world of Superman and Batman with all the darkness, these superpowers can save people, but they're 14-year-old kids, so they're gonna have fun with it. And that's how this movie is. That's what it's trying to do. And of course, you get the bad guy of Mark Strong, who's playing Sylvana, or whatever, however you say his name, and he has his own history with the Shazam universe, and becomes the bad guy of the movie, and he has his things, which I'm not going to spoil because I want you guys to see the movie. I am going to do a spoiler review of the movie, but he's probably one of the best parts about this movie because he's a fun bad guy. He's just energetic in what he's doing. He has so much fun reveling in the over the top campiness of his character and how his character's playing out. And that's what you love about Mark Strong. That's why, and stuff like Kick Ass and stuff like that. It's just he's having fun with what he's doing, and he's such a great villain in this movie, and it's just so much fun to watch. And, Zachary Levi, who's playing Shazam, is a comedic genius. You've seen it in Chuck, and you've seen it in, all these things he's done, the Nerd HQ, and just his humor just works for this movie. The nerdness that comes out of him when he becomes Shazam is it's just perfect, and it just works. And it works so well with the Freddy character, Jack Dylan Grazer's character, because Jack Dylan Grazer is a kid who is picked on at school. He has a disability, and he is accepted the Billy Batson character into his world, and they have fun with the Shazam character. And then you get into the world of the foster parents. You have a whole bunch of multicultural kids, and they're all adorable and they're all fun. They all have their unique abilities and unique just weirdness to them. There's a girl named Darla, which is this young little black girl who's just adorable, and she's just so exciting to watch because she's just so excited about what's going on in the world of Shazam. But the movie's just, it's so good. It's such a relief that DC is finally hitting its stride after so much dour content. I understand that you're gonna have dour content. You're gonna have the Avenger Endgame, and whatever you're gonna have, and Infinity War and stuff like that. But you need movies like this. You need movies that are like the Supermans and the Thor Ragnaroks, where they're just fun, energetic, great movies. And this movie looks good. If I had one complaint, the visual effects are just okay in the movie. But I say that about all special effects these days. Most of them are just crappy looking, and it's fine because the stuff that's going on in this movie, the stuff that's happening in this movie, it's so good. And just to see just the third act, which is one of the most satisfying things in this movie, because you take everything that's being played out in the first two acts, you barrel it into the third act, which is how superhero movies work out. But it's just the things they're doing, how it plays out, how the character arcs play out, how the villain and the superhero play out. It's so much fun, and I can't wait to talk about this in my spoiler review, because there's so much good stuff, so much good humor, so much good heart, just so much kinetic energy in a movie that could have been really campy and really cheesy. And this is what my problem with Aquaman was, is it was campy and cheesy, and there were some bad dialogue situations in that movie, and none of that's really here. This is a movie with heart, and it's one of the best superhero movies probably going to be of this year. But I think this is one of the best DC movies ever since made Dark Knight. I would say Watchmen, because I love Watchmen, but this is a movie that definitely needs to be seen, and I hope makes all the money in the world, because I want to see a sequel. The mid-credit scene I didn't understand until I read about it. That's going to nerd out everyone that loves DC Comics. But it's a movie that is just fun, lovable, and everybody's having fun and doing their part, and it's excellent. So definitely go see it if you get a chance. But there's my non-spoiler review of Shazam. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you like what you see, remember to rate, subscribe, check out the YouTube channel, Facebook, and Twitter. Email nlapolo1138 if you have any questions. So when you see Shazam, tell me what you think in the comments below. What did you think about the best part about it was? But anyways, I'll post the spoiler review when the movie actually comes out in theaters for everyone in the public. And otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.